The story of ancient Rome is one of triumph, expansion, and the birth of one of the greatest empires the world has ever known. But how did a small city-state on the banks of the Tiber River become the dominant force in the ancient world? Let's journey through the rise of the Roman Empire. It all begins in the 8th century BC, when the legend of Rome's founding takes shape. According to myth, twin brothers Romulus and Remus were raised by a she-wolf and went on to establish the city of Rome in 753 BC. While the legend may be steeped in myth, the actual story of Rome's early days is far more complex. In reality, Rome started as a small settlement on the Italian peninsula, founded by a group of tribes united under a single leader. By the 6th century BC, Rome was ruled by kings, but in 509 BC, the Romans overthrew their monarchy, creating the Roman Republic. This was the first significant shift in Roman politics. Power was now in the hands of elected officials, such as consuls and senators, rather than a king. Rome's first major test came through military expansion. The Romans were fierce warriors, and their armies quickly began conquering neighboring territories. By the 3rd century BC, Rome had already secured dominance over the Italian peninsula, but their rise didn't stop there. The Republic was a system of checks and balances, but it wasn't perfect. Social classes were divided between the wealthy patricians and the poorer plebeians, and conflict between these groups would shape the future of Rome. As the Republic grew, it started engaging in wars that would further cement its place in history. The Punic Wars, fought between Rome and the powerful Carthaginian Empire, were pivotal. Rome's victory in these wars, especially the defeat of the great general Hannibal, allowed them to dominate the western Mediterranean. By the 1st century BC, however, internal strife and external pressures would cause the Roman Republic to fracture. The rise of powerful military generals, such as Julius Caesar, played a major role in the decline of the Republic. Caesar's military conquests, particularly in Gaul, made him immensely popular with the Roman people. In 49 BC, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River with his army, declaring war on the Roman Senate and saying, "The die is cast." This bold move led to a civil war, and by 44 BC, Julius Caesar declared himself dictator for life. But his rule would be short-lived. On the Ides of March, 44 BC, Julius Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators. His death set off another round of civil wars, but it ultimately paved the way for the rise of his adopted heir, Octavian. In 27 BC, Octavian, now known as Augustus, became the first Roman emperor. With his rise, the Roman Empire was born. Augustus brought stability after decades of civil war, and his reign marked the beginning of a golden age for Rome. Under Augustus and his successors, the Roman Empire expanded even further, stretching from Britain in the northwest to Egypt in the southeast. Roman culture, law, and infrastructure spread throughout the Mediterranean and beyond, leaving a lasting legacy that still influences us today. At its peak, the Roman Empire controlled most of the known world. But as powerful as the empire became, internal divisions, economic troubles, and invasions would eventually lead to its fall. But that's a story for another time. The rise of the Roman Empire was a journey of ambition, military brilliance, and political evolution. From a small city-state to the largest empire the ancient world had ever seen, Rome's legacy is still with us. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history.